Hello, I'm Matt Wilds, a solutions architect at AWS. Today I'm walking you through agentic clipping and assembly for news editing. Multimedia journalists today wear a lot of hats. They shoot the footage, write the script, and whether it's a breaking story or a daily package, they spend a large portion of their day editing, culling through their raw material, finding the right moments, and assembling a sequence. It's time-consuming work that keeps them in the edit bay when they could be out covering the next story. This solution uses Agentic AI to expedite that process. A journalist brings their raw footage and their script, and the AI handles the assembly, matching clips to the narrative and generating a rough-cut timeline ready for review. There are two parts to this solution. First, how raw footage gets analyzed and understood using AI, and second, how a journalist can take their script, click a button, and get a recommended rough cut timeline assembled from their own material, ready to further refine and publish. Let's start with how raw footage gets into the system and analyzed. When a journalist uploads their raw clips to Mimir, a media collaboration and production platform from AWS partner Fawn Group, the platform fires a webhook. That webhook hits an Amazon API gateway endpoint, which kicks off an AWS Step Functions workflow for video analysis. A Lambda function grabs the source video from S3 through the Mimir API, then sends it to Amazon Nova multimodal embeddings on Amazon Bedrock. Nova breaks down the footage, performing scene detection, identifying key moments, and building an understanding of both the audio and visual content in each clip. Those embeddings and structured metadata get stored in Amazon S3 vectors, a cloud object store with native vector storage and query capabilities. This is what allows the agentic workflow to quickly find the right moments in the journalist's footage later on. Finally, a Lambda function updates the clip metadata back in Mimir, flagging that analysis is complete and the footage is ready for assembly. Now here's where it comes together for the journalist. They open Saga, which is another Fawn Group solution. They select their story and hit the Generate Rough Cut custom action. That sends the clip IDs, their script, and metadata to our API gateway endpoint. This triggers another Step Functions workflow. A Lambda function calls the Mimir API to pull full details on the raw clips, resolution, duration, timecodes, content IDs, everything the agent needs to work with. Then Amazon Bedrock Agent Core takes over. This is an agentic platform for building, deploying, and operating AI agents. It runs 4 specialized agents. An embedding retrieval agent queries S3 vectors, a moment identification agent finds key moments in the raw footage, a script matching agent aligns those moments to the script, and a timeline agent generates precise in and out points for each clip. A final Lambda function translates that timeline into a Mimir API request, creating the rough cut sequence directly in Mimir using the original content IDs. The assembled sequence shows up in Mimir Cutter, ready for the journalist to review and fine-tune. They can accept, reject, reorder, or trim any clip. The AI handled the tedious assembly work. The journalist keeps editorial control and can focus on the storytelling. Now let me quickly recap what's powering this under the hood. Amazon Bedrock with Nova Foundation models handles the multimodal understanding. That's the scene detection, key moment identification, and audiovisual analysis. Bedrock Agent Core orchestrates the agentic workflow with those 4 specialized agents. Amazon S3 Vectors stores and retrieves the embeddings. Step Functions and Lambda provide the serverless workflow. And on the partner side, Fawn Group's Mimir and Saga handle the media production experience that journalists actually work in. Agentic clipping and assembly for news editing. From raw footage and scripts to rough cut in minutes. Journalists spend less time in the edit bay, maintain full editorial control, and get back to what matters most, covering the next story.